Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do another 6 requested reactions today, but before I do that, I've got a bonus video for you. I got a notification about the release of Ren's new Sick Boy Episode 1, The Flame of Prometheus. If some of you may recall that Ren had a battle, if you want to call it that, or a war with a copyright owner who insisted on getting paid excess amounts of money for some background music that Ren had used legally, but the guy decided to be a jerk about it. And it was for Sick Boy. And so what Ren decided to do was take Sick Boy offline and redo it completely. So this is the first episode of Sick Boy, the new one that he's redoing because of the copyright situation. I talk about that in some other Ren videos. You can find it in my playlist. But anyway, so this is the first release of the new Sick Boy, Episode 1, The Flame of Prometheus. Before we get into that, though, I want to thank you for coming to my channel and for watching me and for your support. And remind you that I always put the artist links in the description of my videos so that you can support them as well. And I also put the link to the request form so you can request reactions if you want to. I do not take requests from the comments, so make sure you fill out the form. So this is Ren, Sick Boy, Episode 1, The Flame of Prometheus.
Have you ever heard the story of Prometheus? Let me start somewhere near the end. After the Great Collapse, the sick were rounded up like rabid stray dogs. Those who were strong enough were put to work in subterranean farms. First, they would be stripped of all dignity afforded to a human. Then, their bodies would be decontaminated and purged of the stench from the surface. In order to create an effective cog, you must first bleed it of all autonomy and free will. He or she must stop being human and become a limb. Those who were deemed too sick for work were discarded. To keep them alive would only further drain the earth of vital resources. It was a kindness to let them die. For years, this is how the program would run. But, like many systems that came before it, it was at the mercy of chaos theory. Chaos theory is often misunderstood. It is an oxymoron, a determined element of chaos, one that can send a whole system spiraling into mayhem. There was a prophecy. It told of a genetic anomaly, a human girl whose DNA harbored immunity to the virus, a blueprint for the future. For decades, the humans searched, setting up a global infrastructure of testing facilities in vain. With time, the candle of hope burnt down to a blackened wick. Whispers of the prophecy could still be caught traveling on the wind between members of the sick. Rivaling factions saw it as nothing but a dying superstition. Others clung to it like an amulet of hope. The rich and the elite, of course, used it as a method of control. Desperation is a powerful drug. Above fear, above loyalty to the party, the Dominion understood this and used it to their advantage. If you strip man of his basic needs, with enough time, he becomes a beast. Without shame and without morality. Primal. How ironic that the creations and brilliance of man should reduce him to his primal state. I guess with time, everything returns to source. While it was still part of protocol to test every subject for immunity to the virus, the outcome was predictable. There was no suspense. Any hope that testing would bear fruit died years ago. That is until we introduce chaos theory.
Did you know that Amazon has a 50
Okay, that was not at all what I was expecting. Wow. Okay. So now I want to see episode 2. Golly days, that's really stunning, startling, troubling. Really makes me wonder where he's going with this now. Didn't even see Ren in this one. Wasn't his voice. But as an intro to whatever's coming next, it certainly got my attention, and it's got me wondering what is next and looking forward to finding out. So I guess that means he's accomplished his goal. That's really wow. You know, I guess in the final analysis, if you look at that dystopia, that's really what the elites would like to have, is you and I as mindless robots doing their bidding. Sort of like the Matrix, you know, we're just part of the hive. Really thought-provoking. Okay, well, when's episode 2 going to come out? Because I'm going to be waiting for that and looking forward to it. Really, seriously. Wow. I'm kind of taken aback. I'm not quite sure what to say. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I guess. Wow. You know the answer to this problem, don't you? It's God. God is the answer to all those kinds of problems. So if you turn to God, God will make you free and you'll no longer be a slave to the machine. This is the Vietnam era vet out.